Hello. Now then, welcome back. It's episode 2 of our Ironteeth experimental 1.0 playthrough. Last time, we created this nice little pit of life and greenery, and we need to expand some of the industry the beavers are doing. So last time we started that out and got a couple of bits and pieces done here. Today's mission, other than surviving, is to look at getting some metal, because that's going to be needed to get us to the next levels up the tech tree. So, with that said, I shall unpause. Hopefully everything is working fine. I think they've patched some things, so obviously you can see there's a graphic now for what's happening with the seep. Last time we installed this thing, which is the bad tide protection, maybe. TBC, I suppose. It will cause some issues here when it comes down to, well, contamination slightly, and I guess eventually, if we get enough metal, we can deal with that by pumping it out of this, keeping it dry and pristine. Anyway, so if you saw the episode yesterday, you'll probably realise at this point that that episode is now, well, series is finished. At episode 2, it was a total disaster. I am aiming to not kill the entire colony here. Luckily, there are no bad things that should affect us here. I don't believe there's anything anywhere that would cause us a problem. So, this is obviously doing this, going this way now, it's going out this way. I don't believe this map actually has any unstable cause to ruin the day, so this is probably the only other problem, but it's going to come down here. It'll fill this area, but it'll follow this river up to there, so I don't think, although there's this dip here, it's a problem. But, obviously based on last time, going to take it a bit more cautiously, shall we say. So, to that end, let's start planning ahead for this. So we're going to need our good chum here to get this started for us. And then we do obviously need the science, which we're going to need them in the old huts, which we do have some in, so they should be working on that, and that'll get us to the ability to open the scavenger flag. We're a bit away off this, but it's not going to be too much of a problem. I'm going to turn the planks back on. Not that we have anyone that can go in there, but kind of is what it is. What have we got? Let's just do a quick assessment on jobs. What have we got on? So, nobody's planting because they're all full. Nobody's cutting because we have plenty of logs. We have 2 in the farm. 2 in there. So apparently we have 11 jobs going. I don't see where those 11 are. Oh, I suppose there's 2 here, isn't there? So let's fix that problem. So that should put someone in there, and then we can get the planks going. Right. Again, this is probably now being me mega cautious, and it'll probably be that way forever at this point. So never trust a dodgy core. I think that's what we've learnt. But this is going to be low-hanging fruit. We do not need this to be done anytime soon. But that should, if anything does come up here, stop any issues. At least in theory. Okay, so with that done, they should be working on this. We have a spare beaver, which is quite nice. I suppose you can go make us some gears if you've got nothing else to do. That'll be very kind, very fancy of you. And 250. All right. Don't know why I thought it was less, but never mind. We can also lay in a nice little pathway. There's not a lot of metal up here, but it's going to be a good start for us. So I guess while we're up here, we may as well just say dump it straight into there. That should give him plenty of space to get things rocking and rolling for us. So, don't really have a beaver in here, but we'll unpause that one so they can at least get on with the job once they get there. And somebody die? Somebody did die. Okay, fine. That's okay. As I would like to also look at sorting out the water situation, so we're getting this as well, but I want to get metal first, or at least get someone starting it, so probably a rookie move, but we'll see. Again, this is normal, so it's not exactly too much of an issue, and we're topped out on water, so it's the size of this colony is next to nothing, so it's fine. We've got 1 million spare beds and only 2 beaver vats here with which to grow them in, so I don't think it's going to be an issue anytime soon. It's probably also worth considering looking at food. Mentor would be good if we planted other bits, but we're just surviving on kohlrabi as it stands at the minute, which is or isn't bad, I suppose, depending on your output view. Maybe we unlocked this last time? I can't truly remember if this was unlocked last time, but that'll fit beautifully in there, though. Also do this. You will be for scrap metal. Throw it in there. Just kicked out a beaver. I also think, probably unwisely, a third one of those. Yeah, don't worry about that. Concentrate on this. Okay, so that's a drought approaching, so that's nothing to worry about here. This water's going to go nowhere. What I would like to do longer term, well, again when we get there, is tunnel through here somewhere from the back of this, so that if we do get a bad tide, we can just tuck it straight through the map and spit it out here. And then we don't need to worry too much about this being a problem, he says. But that is sluice and tunnels and everything else, which is 1,000,000 miles away from anywhere being remotely approachable at this point, but it's going to be something that is on our cards for later. So, now that we've got this, let's sink some precious science into this. Yes. We have no one to be able to work on it, but let's just have a look at this. We'll have a beaver coming in, well, in 2%'s time, whatever that is in real time, I don't know. Is our berries full? They are, so good news, you can go off and do something else. Our rabbits are also full, so this guy's, yeah, okay, he's full. It's probably going to be wise to put some more storage in somewhere for these kohlrabis. Copy. Beaches. Look at that. It's beautiful stuff. And I guess, yes, also just emergency tank in there somewhere. We do have some goods coming in, so that's fine. We'll pause this for now because although it's built, we don't need to worry too much about it. It's going to be cassavas because we aren't planting any, but we can. So let's say is it worth trying to get soybeans? Let me just check. Soybeans need oil. We don't have. No, it's alright. We'll stick with the original plan. Cassava me this, please. It's not going to be a lot, I know, but it should be okay. But what we do eventually want to get to is, well, not so much the oil press or any of these, but the food factory. And this, with the joys of corn, are going to basically feed this colony. As corn is fantastic. With 0.1 logs and a corn, you get 5 rations, which is insane. So they are going to be pretty much what we need. They are probably building this first, which is right. What was up here? Planks. Yeah, it's fine. That'll go at some point. We don't need to keep that too much. And then for where we grow these things, we are going to basically put another one of these bad boys. Once we have enough of these. Now this is going to need, obviously, metal, so obviously that's why we're getting scrap. So shouldn't be too much of an issue for us. But then we're obviously going to get this guy at 300, so they're going to slowly work up to it. Good, they finished that. That's got nothing in it, so these guys should empty the kohlrabies into there, and it gives us a bit of extra storage, which should be fine. Let's just copy the settings. See, yes, it's just a case of waiting for that, really. They should be working back on this. Is that an injured beaver? Yes, it is. So we need to do something about injuries, so I think let's get the old well-being on the case. For now. Oh. That was 60. Never mind. That will come in due course. Once these guys get back in here. Should be... what, today? Yeah, it should be today. So I'll not disappear too far from here. The showers would be good too, so we'll get the beds first, because obviously we've got an injured beaver, which doesn't help us get anything done, because they're doing absolutely nothing. It shouldn't be too long. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Still 1. There we go. Good. So they can get on with that. This guy can then get himself sorted. So far, so good. 0.6 days until the drought begins. Say once this is in, which it is, we just need someone up here. So let's see who we've got coming in. The one, at least. Halfway to the other. That shouldn't take too long. Obviously, Mr. Medical can get himself in there. Hopefully not too injured. We just need basically more beavers at this point. We have the beds, so it's not too much of an issue. We get to build that as well, just because there's berries here that we can pick, so we may as well pull them out the ground and stick them in a box. Okay, so don't think we need to worry too much about having any more pumpers yet, because we've got plenty of water. The drought shouldn't be too long, 4 or 5 days, I'm hoping. If it says like 25, we're in trouble. Then this would be another short series, just like the last one. Let's have a look. Our survey says 5 days. Okay, not too bad. I think we'll be okay with what we've got. Plus, this is going nowhere, so I do wonder if this turns into a drain. So let's see. So let's slam that shut. See if this drains away. It'd be quite an interesting mechanic if it did, because then in a drought these turn into drains. So if it comes out the ground, it can go back in it, surely. Surely. So anyway, so right now we're still struggling behind beavers. I don't really want to make another beaver vat, to be fair, but we're going to need to. I'll leave it there now. Have we got any of these? These are not ready yet, but halfway there-ish. I guess we're going to also need to look at the gears. I'm going to need somewhere decent to store these, so may as well lay that in up here. Not too much of a trek from. So if we can get that laid in, then I'll just take some beavers out. We do need someone in there, don't we? To be fair. Let's pause that. Let's open that. Pull some the berries out the ground. Probably do with that paused, that unpaused. It's just a bit of juggling at the minute. Yeah, we just need to wait until we can afford getting anyone else in. Just wondering whether it's worth rushing science. I think it is. Get those built, I'll steal workers from everywhere just to fill these two, and that should give us a decent amount of science, and we can start moving into the metal, which obviously is going to be something we're needing sooner rather than later, especially if we need that food factory. So you plant those because they can grow while you're working on the science eventually. Ah, good. We have someone on scrap duty. That's perfect. Shouldn't take them too long to get that fixed up. Okay, maybe it will. They just need to hit that with a hammer and an extra log and we should be golden. So it doesn't seem to drain any quicker. That would be an interesting thing for it to do, to be fair. So it doesn't really matter too much. I'll just keep that wide open so that we can at least refill this once we're done. suppose if this thing kicks off, where's this going to go? I mean, it's not a problem for down here, but I'll fill this bottom layer here. Just run off there. Okay. It's not a problem. Obviously, this is ancient aquifer drill, so we can get some power up here somehow. There's some free science points here. Old telescope. There's probably another tower of ladders to come up this way, just to get up to this top level. Oh, got that one done. It's taken them from... what? Sure. But we can rush build this. Pause this. We'll pause this. Let them pull that out of the ground. So they should... yeah, okay. I guess they're just finishing off that job and then finding something else to do. So I guess if we have a spare beaver... I guess if there's a spare beaver, you can work on that then. Cook me some trees. So, kohlrabi, that's too far from done. That's going to need some storage as well, so let's just commit to that now. But I really think we can use this space for much all of else. So let's just chip that in there. I would like to see... that. We can't build that because obviously we're steamrolling the science at this point, so there's no builders. It's not a problem. What we can do is start to replace those with lovely oaks. Okay, so it's 300 we're aiming for that, that's okay, shouldn't take them long. Do have another spare beaver, so that's ideal, so why not say, bring that back in then. At least we're working on this, it's only 15 logs, so it should take them a little while to do, but nothing too strenuous for them. And then, as these are pulled out the ground, we do need someone in here, so we definitely don't have anyone for that. I will turn it back on, so if anyone does grow up, let's just have a quick look. No. But there will be someone soon, probably the next day or two. Old Nangex? Now you say it. Not that we have many of these, but Xavis should come in just to give them a little bit of extra, probably boost us up just a little bit on the well-being. Once we've got metal unlocked, I am going to aim for the showers, just to give them a bit of wet fur bonus, so they'll like that, and just put it down here. We have quite a bit of stuff stashed away, so I think that's not too much of an issue. What do we need for this? Let's just have a look. 50 planks. Okay, we don't have enough stuff. 20 gears. Halfway there. And 30 scraps, so we're not there either. That's fine. Let's say we'll steamroll this science and then we'll readjust the priorities. As ever, these early episodes are very slow going because you need to get yourselves established with this kind of stuff. Worry later about production chains and getting the right number of things to feed the other things. Hopefully don't hit a bad tide or a... it's going to take all your water away for a long amount of time, but again, it's not too much of a concern for this normal mode playthrough, so... case of sitting through the night. The water should be coming back soon. We're probably going to start seeing maybe the greenery pulling away from the sides. Looking at this, still half a tile, so probably not too painful. Ah yes, path is important. So we've got a decent number of spots here for some more pods, and we can put some more medical beds up here should we need them. Don't think we will, but we might. Yes, those work there. I could really do with pausing those, I suppose, but matter too much. Nicely planted. Yeah, these guys are doing so. One's most of the way there. These are numbers. This is probably overkill, but never mind. Can't be too cautious. Right, so we're nearly there, so let's turn this back on, we'll do something else. I'm not sure if this has the juice to run. I think it does actually. What's it want? Oh, 200. In theory it does. Okay. Let's knock these guys down for now. We should get someone in here. Let's just say though, build me this. Sell those, that's fine. Okay, that's the drought over. This will top itself back up. No worries there. Let's see. So we have 5 jobs, that's one of them. I think the other one is spare one in there. Yeah, it is. Okay. It's going to be slow going. For definite, especially with just the one beaver. Against my better judgment, I think I'm going to put another one of these in. Definitely not there, though. Aha. So this is the one that scares me slightly, but again, it's not likely to be a problem. Because it can't really roll uphill unless it floods. So it'll probably contaminate all this area, but it's going to come... Let's double check my workings here, down here. Down there, and then off the map. Yeah, okay, fine. so that's coming along nicely. There's certainly enough scrap metal to build it, so that's okay. Gears less so. Do need to get the bits made for that. We have 2 builders, okay, fine, cool. Could steal them, I suppose, and put them back into here. Okay. That gets us building up the science again slowly but surely. That shouldn't be too much of an issue for them. He's going to start injuring beavers quite badly, but we have 1 medical bed. It's not a great... Well, I mean, it's a concern, but it's not a massive concern. A lot of planks, though. A lot of planks. Seven in there, though, so they'll get around to it. I have every faith. So once we have that done, could be worth sending them on a journey up here to steal us some extra science from this. Here, that's fun. Just an aquifer. It's probably our closest mine, to be fair. Ah. What are you going to do? You're going to come down into here. You're going to fill this up. So we'll lose this. Spill over there. Okay. That's bubbling away, so that's... Oh, over there, look. Okay. I don't think there's any other nasty surprises. We're probably not too far out from our first bad tide, to be honest. Let's see how bad this is going to be, shall we? I'll prioritise that bad boy. And we are up the top. So we can't power this yet. We're not even remotely close to being able to do that. But this science is interesting here. It'll definitely come in handy. So let's just figure out a way to get around this in the most convoluted fashion humanly possible. Feebly possible. Should do us quite nicely. Some more trees we can plant, so let's just chuck those in. Yeah. Once that's done, I'm going to turn off gears, I think. We can get someone back in there. Just a case of juggling these. Have you come out of here? Yes, you have. Right. Is that because someone died? No. Okay, must have gone on something else then. We have another beaver in, so they should go somewhere. somewhere appears to be planking, so that's fine. If you could put the gear in here, that'd be nice. Don't know what you're doing otherwise. I suppose there's only one of you. I mean, it is produced, so what's that? No, we don't have the planks, so they can stay in there. We could take them out of there, I suppose. I think I will do that, actually. So that should get some of the bits and pieces in here a little bit quicker. We'd have to wait for the old plankers to get around to it. Again, we don't have the beavers to actually do anything with this as yet, but it's insurance for next time. It's just going to be growing them in the vats, which is mega slow, but I mean, to be fair, we could be doing with some something to cheer the guys up, so let's just... Yes. Do those for now, that'll be fine. Yep, so it's one in, one out on the planks, unfortunately, so they're probably going to end up finished building that, which is fine, because we've got 7 days. Not that it's a problem, but a bit of security, as I've said. Let's just say sayonara to these. We don't need them anymore. Well-being is not too bad. We could probably do something a bit more exciting for them. I mean, the science doesn't really help us at the minute, but the wet fur should fix that once they get around to it, so should be doing these first, so that's nearly finished. Working on these, that should please the guys a little bit more. Again, that's going to stall behind planks, but whatever. 8 more to go for there, so coming along very nicely. Let's see, where's our next movement to? Not be building that yet, that's good. See, once we get that, we can start looking at this. Not that we're going to place it just yet, but I suspect... Let me just pause this a sec. So let's just pretend we have this. Yeah, so they look to have fixed that, which I thought they might. So we can't put a bad water pump directly over the thing, which I kind of anticipated would be something they would do. So what that's gonna have to be is, when we get to it, making a little nub where we can of taking one here and around. Then they can drain from out of there, so not too bad. It's fine. Unpause. Let's get them back on with this. 5 more planks to go from there. That just needs hitting with a hammer. They'll do that at some point. I think they're probably building that above everything else because there's probably nothing else for them to do. It looks like they're beating the kohlrabi as well. Cassava, sorry. Understandable, I guess. Obviously the productivity is going to be terrible because there's nothing local for them. These guys should have that done. They actually. So, plenty of time for this thing to sprout off and not cause issues. That's finished. Let's just pause that for now. We can let the plankers get these guys sorted, so we need at least 3. Minimum of. So that shouldn't take too long. Not that they'll get them done today. Okay, fine. So, well, maybe they will. Maybe they won't. Yeah, they did. Okay, so they'll get built. That should provide some decent benefit for the lovely beavers. So let's just knock that back down to 2. We want anyone in here. We don't really have the beavers for it, but never mind. Let's see. So we'll have another grown-up beaver shortly. And the one's halfway there, so that should fill those 2 that we've got left. Yes, that's fine. That'll sort itself out eventually. So going back down to 2. Get someone on the science. Okay, I mean that is mega low hanging fruit, so they've got nothing else to do, so that's fine. We have 4 in there, which is good. We even have a spare beaver, so congrats. Alan can go in here. Alan. Okay. So I think once we get a couple of more grown-up beavers, they can go in here. They can begin smelting. It's taken out of there. That's fine. That's okay. I'm alright with that. This thing should have enough juice. Okay, it doesn't. Whatever. It'll be a bit slower, but it's going to be just fine. So the next stop for the science is going to be this bad boy. So we can get a decent sized tank in. Not too far to go, so it's about 120. So 20 to go. 23 to be fair, but still. That's going to come on nicely. Got some more space here for some lovely oaks. So let's just lay those in. The oaks are pretty much going to keep us in wood. I suspect that the next cycle will be a bad tide. I think. Is it 5 or 6? Not sure. Hopefully. I'm going to get at least a block made. That would be nice. So they can build to 13. I'm not going to put storage in for them because it's not something too terrible for them to do, to be honest. We do have a block, so we are on the way. We should have 4 days left on that Badwater source. That's not a problem. Oh yeah, just noticed we have the old shimmering trees here now as well. I don't know why it's a surprise because it was in the one yesterday. So, do these jiggle too? Let's have a look. Oh, they do. Oh, they all jiggle. That's pretty cool. What about the bushes? Yes, even they jiggle. Nice. Right, let's just see. Okay, we'll have one in soon, so that should top us back up to full capacity there. I'm gonna put another beaver into that. Not that we're constructing anything, but it will make this go a little bit quicker. Because I do want to get that science. That'd be a nice boon for us. Let's get that tank sorted now, shall we? Yes, please. So temporarily, permanently. Temporarily, permanently put that there. Like water. So once we're rocking and rolling with that amount of water, we can say goodbye to the small tanks. And we'll probably end up building another big tank somewhere. We do have a homeless beaver, though. That's no good. We can put some more back-to-back here once this is built. It's going to be slow going on the planks because they've been absorbed in here, but they should stop this so that they can do everything else. I'm impressed they managed to build that before that, but whatever. I'm sure it made perfect sense to the old beavers. So, good. That's okay. You autosave. Where are we on this? 2.5 days. Okay, so there should be a bubble in. Oh yeah, going for it now. I suspect this, if we could power the thing, would be a decent amount of water. I think this will service us quite nicely for now. Making good progress here, so again, it's a production problem. So scrap looking, and we've got plenty left. Yes, we have. Be nice if I could rip this out a bit this first, but never mind. So I could straighten up that path. Once that metal's gone, what's our other option? Start planning for the future here. Probably there. Yeah, it's there, I think. So let's just say I don't want to build that yet. They probably can. They can, but say this is the biggest priority. The biggest show in town. Slow going there, but that's okay. Wood's not looking the best. Let's chop down shortly so we can at least get this annoying little thing out of the way. Make it a nice sea of oaks. I've never understood why this thing needs gears. What exactly does it need a gear for? It's just a pot of water. I'm sure it makes sense to someone. That someone ain't me. Okay, so it's probably high time to get someone into this side as well. Still fully staffed everywhere else, so that's okay. The 4 vats seem to be doing their work, so that's fine. Not particularly well spaced out, but never mind. We have Shetsi here. They'll be soon joining the workforce. Then we, I think maybe get them to concentrate on this so we can get this science. That should allow us to get this bad boy. I think this is going to be the thing we need to sustain these beavers longer term. It's going to be all about the corn. This can wait. Does mean I can put this path in, so that will connect that up for later. We're getting to that, about that time where we're just on the edge of making things a little bit easier for these beavers. We can start really ramping up the breeding of the beavers with the bats, and then figuring out sorting production chains out and whatnot to sort get resources that are pretty much constantly there. Science obviously is going to hold us back for a while, but I think we're a long way off the number cruncher. But we do have all the bits and pieces required to build the thing. It's just gears and metal and planks and whatnot. And we could attach it to one of these sources, but it's going to be a bit of an interesting one, that one. Because even with these two, you're going to need more power to give it the full ability to actually get everything in it. So let's see what this does, shall we? This is going to be the day it spits out, so there we go. Don't believe it'll cause us any issues. Other than pollute the area, but it's a given. That blockage should keep it out of the way. Which it does. This might be a good area to get bad water from, actually. It looks like it is, so that's making its way downtown here. That'll just spill off the edge of the map. Okay. So the insurance policy was not needed, but yeah, can never tell. No. Please, finish this. I would like this very much. Once you've built those and ripped that out, and we've got the 200 extra science, you can then build the rest of that noise. Good. Goody good. Right. I am going to say empty this, and this, and this. And we might be in new pump territory as well, so I'm going to say put that in as well. Can't flip it because the ground won't let me, so it's going to have to be like that. Okay, it's another drought, so that's okay. There's going to be no issues with that. We've obviously survived a couple of those now. It's, what was it, 5 days last time? 6 or 7, maybe? I think we have enough water in here to sustain us. This won't last forever. Eventually, we'll have to pull more of this out of the ground than we have access to. But I think that's where this thing comes in. What we've got to do up here, one more plank, and then they can get on that, so we can probably unpause. Do this, make sure they do this first and unpause these. Any beaver? There we go. Okay, so with this, we should get a nice wedge of science. That should set us up quite nicely for buying some other goods. The question is what? My eye is drawn to this, but it should be drawn to this. So it's going to be this. We probably do need to get them to look at corn. My eye is drawn to this, but it shouldn't be. We do have some homeless beavers, so Let's just place that, pause that one. So we'll need a path for that. This guy should be able to reach everything, so we do need corn, so show me the wonderful corn. I'd like you to plant everything behind here. And all of this. Probably not enough corn, but it's going to have to do us, I think. But that gives us space for putting some more houses in, so when we get to putting these in, they should. You know what? We do this, actually. Pause that. But if we build that one, we can say put that in. So we can up the well-being, which we haven't done for a while, so that gives them something to look forward to. And there's space for some more houses. These tanks will eventually go. We'll put another one of these in. You are a very important job. It's not taking long to get that placed in, so that's perfect. This is now full, so I'll just pause it. We can let these guys build up a bit of stuff for building purposes later. What's this staircase? Is it done? How far is it done? One plank. Okay, so we have that in. That's fine. We have that science. Okay, so we need number one, power. I would like that built there, and then I would like this. And you're not going to connect on power, are you? Ah. How does it? Does that mean it will? I'm not sure now. I will see. If not, I can always come around the back and build something. Do I want to put that like that? No, I don't think I do actually. I think I want to put that there. And then we could just say that in there. So we've got a bit of space to add some to the side, and then also to come out and then build it this side. Not that this thing can power everything infinitely, all at once, but it will be a benefit to us later. So, construction-wise, I don't think there's anything else wrong with other than this barracks, so that's going to sink probably a fair number of the logs. I guess up here we should probably also say pause those for now, but at least they're placed. That had a bit of well-being. The corn's planted at least, so there's not a lot of it, but by the time this is ready, hopefully get stuff put together in there. It's going to be worth thinking about storage for the corn now, I think. So think we're going to have to go up a level, which is quite exciting. Say corn here and the rations, and then it's just a case of doing this. Okay, 5-day drought, that's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. We can't build over these. Oh, we can. That's interesting. We might need... When we get to dynamite, we'll probably pull this ladder back at just a tiny fraction. But that is not for now. I would like you to be the raw corn. And I would like you to be the rationed corn. So we've got plenty of space for beavers now. Why are there logs on the top here? Why would you even come up here? Cool, so there's a bit of extra well-being for them, that'll do them some good. Hopefully the younger beavers can get some decent use out of that. The next job should be this thing. Yeah, and you are going to be corn. Pause that bit so that these two can spread out a bit more. Again, slow production because of the limited amount of beavers. We've only got a colony of 26, that's not a lot. But do not think it's too much of an issue for us at the minute. If we just wait for these guys to catch up with us for a bit. A great deal stashed in there. That's going to get used in all of this. But yeah, we just need to keep that production train going. Nice. Okay, so we're at 9 now. Doing good. Water is looking fine. That. So I suspect this will probably last maybe 10 days. Ish, I think. I think it was about halfway full. I know the last one was 5 days, so this entire pit will only last that amount of time. So at some point, we're going to need to worry about longer droughts. But I can't remember how long the droughts are. If you know, please let me know. On normal mode. We do have 2 spare beavers, so that's nice. In that case then, in you go. You got a decent wedge of those planted. Unfortunately, we had to cut down some of these, but there was a nice amount of pine resin in those, but needs must. That's cool. So we've nearly got all the planks in there. That's nice. Then it should just be logs, which with haulers this would be a bit easier, but we ain't there yet. Not yet, anyway. Soon. Hauling post is next on the cards, though. That should spread them out just a little bit better. This is where we find out if this thing has power. Looks like it does, actually. Guess we'll find out shortly. It's obviously going to consume a job, but that's going to basically be a high priority job. Probably start to cut into some of this kohlrabi. Gone. We do need to worry about more areas for planting in, to be fair, so eventually we're going to be on the hunt for a new ground with which to fill with greenery, but it's probably going to be up here maybe. It's kind of simple and easy to just jump down onto this level, and it's out of the way of any bad water, so the next thing for us is likely to be probably an engine, which you can afford, and then we are going to start getting into landscaping, so explosives and dynamite. As our good friend, digging a small pit and filling it with water is going to basically be what we need to keep this colony going. Certainly when it comes to dealing with the corn, so there's not enough here. So it's going to be... not yet. So I think, yeah, we're going to go with these two first. So we need 1,000 science. And once we have that, we can... going to also investigate bad water, so that's going to be what? 1,250. And we'll just send them down this way to get the bad water. Good, so we have power. This thing shouldn't take too long, so the gears are all in. The metal blocks will be all in, and it's just planks, which we don't have, so never mind. We could do with someone being back in here to top these back up, so let's just get Alan back in here. He can hook us up. And then we'll go to the end of this drought. This should... yeah, so that's half gone with 5 days, so this pit is 10 days of water. You've got nothing to do. Let's just stop you. Go do something else. You've got all the range for that, haven't you? Yes, you do. That's fine. So I suspect the next cycle then might be a bad tide, as this one hasn't been. Good, so we are topping that back up. It's got quite a few planks to go, which we don't have any of, but never mind. I'm hoping they start doing something else first. That's going to be stuck behind planks. Yeah, okay. That's going to complain and moan that it can't get to anything, but it kind of is what it is. But we can just extend this out and put another thing on top. Not too much of an issue for us. And that'll sort itself out eventually. Cool. So there's a day left on the drought, and I think what we'll do is once the drought's over and we just start the next season, we'll pause this video episode here. Got a decent amount done actually. Obviously this thing is now live, but it's not too much of an issue. This insurance policy wasn't needed, but safe and sorry. We've reached out a bit up here to get to what will become the new scrapping area once this is empty, which there's still quite a bit here, so it's not much of a problem. We've obviously taken the telescope from up here, so that gives us a nice boost of science, although I think this is, we've spent that, and this is now these guys in here. And we're starting to move into top tier corn rationing production, which will feed these beavers pretty much forever if we plant enough of it, which is what will be coming afterwards. So the next episode is going to be figuring farming out for these guys, because there's not a lot of space down here, and again this is going to be a problem long term, so we need to concentrate on storage of water, and we also need to worry about as I say, the farming berries. So if this dries out, we're probably going to be in trouble. The trees, they'll be a problem, but they've got quite a long drought on them, so I think these are, what, 9 days? So in theory, they should be fine. But we'll get to a point where we run out of stuff. But we are getting to the point where we could start looking up here to see what we can get from this thing. So obviously there's this aquifer drill, which takes power, but that'll obviously sit on top, which is similar to this thing. But I don't know if this gives us unlimited water forever. It'd be nice if it did. A bit like the you could do with the bad water source. You can just build a thing on top. Doesn't say that it can, but it would be nice if, maybe not for the Ironteeth, but certainly if their aquifer drill, the folktails, could have unlimited water. Even if it was also, it comes out as bad water when there's a bad tide, but you have unlimited flow, is what I mean, like you can with these guys. Because I do think that's a bit unfair, because obviously if you can have the water running forever, it's just a million water wheels. And then you've got power forever. Steam vents or engines notwithstanding, obviously. Cool, there is our new cycle. Maybe not quite 10 days then. Maybe 7 or 8. That should be coming in now, so that's nice. Okay, so cycle 5, I predict bad tides next time. But we'll see how that goes for us. But yes, this episode has been a roaring success compared to the one for the folktales. If you haven't seen that, please go do watch that video. It's a short series of 2. You can probably guess why. But as for this one, if there's any comments, please chuck them down below. Let me know your thoughts. Any ideas for expansion outwards would also be interesting to hear. So if you have any of those, also let me know. But other than that, thanks very much for watching. See you guys next time, and take care.